What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to another exciting adventure here on Bowhunter Die. Now, I have a very important announcement to make, so don't hang up, don't leave, listen to me. This is episode 499 of Bowhunter Die. And for those of you loyal fans who I'm sure have watched every one of them multiple times, we have a huge announcement coming up next week for episode 500. Todd will be here. We're going to force him to come to the office, film an episode with me for episode 500. There's going to be a monster giveaway, so you don't want to miss it. Next week, episode 500, Bowhunter Die. Now, with that being said, before we jump into Ryan's hunt, you guys are probably wondering, who the hell is Ryan? Before we get to Ryan's hunt, we're going to switch things up a little bit. We're going to do trophy photos first this week, because why not? So let's take a look at the submissions that were sent in after the last episode. Let's go. Billy Howard, Chris J, Dalton Cole, Mark Diltz, Nate and Dawson Bivens, and Nick Utley. All right, we got some fantastic trophies, some good photos. We're gonna go through, we're gonna critique each one just before we actually go to our winner. First of all, we got Billy Howard, Arkansas. I love everything about it. I don't think he's looking at the camera lens, so he's a little off there. But when those shots are a touch back, as we like to say in the biz, you gotta use your bow to cover up the hole. That way when people are looking at it, they don't know where you shot the deer. Pro tip number one for Billy. Chris J, awesome deer. Illinois, early season. He's got the man spreading thing going on though. Chris, it's 2022, bro. We don't man spread anymore. Dalton, this dude has got a beard that is braided in like a foot-long braid. Like, how cool is that? You guys watch like UFC? You know that like referee I'm talking about with like the two giant like things that come down? It kind of looks like that dude. Dalton looks like he could for sure beat me up. So we're not gonna say anything bad about him. Dalton, great job. Mark, you know what? You did a great job too. You just need to smile. Mark, you gotta smile and you should be happy. Killed a deer. Nate and Dawson, how do you not love these dudes? Look at that kid. He's got the face paint on. Dad's rocking the killer hat, the old school like retro bow. He might even be shooting like a 6-inch overdraw on that thing. That is awesome. And then we got Nick. Nick, great buck, great photo. Looks like a Southern Illinois deer if I had to guess. Just got to watch the antlers in front of the face. Just a smidge. Congrats to everybody. I got to go with Nate and Dawson. Father-son team, big smile, cool hat, retro gear. Congratulations to Nate and Dawson. I don't know who's who, so whichever one of you is the adult guy with the beard, send us your information, info@bowhunting.com. We'll get you your prize pack sent out from our friends over at HME and Hunter Specialties and Stealth Cam and Muddy Outdoors and all those fine organizations chipping in to provide you, the viewer at home, with lots of free gear. That's all I've got to talk about. We're going to jump into a hunt with a new team member, Ryan Cornelius, as he drives from Pennsylvania all the way to Kansas for some public land deer hunting. Let's go.
Hey guys. It's November 5th. Means one thing. I am leaving for Kansas. I'm heading over to my buddy John's now. Gonna get the trailer loaded up with all my hunting gear. He's been working on his stuff already, so get that loaded and hit the road. Last night was eventful. I ended up whacking a doe. I didn't get a great video footage of it, but it is what it is. Made a great shot. It was a little bit of a poke. It was 46 yards. At least that's what I had my pin set at. She might have been a touch further, but furthest shot I've ever taken at a deer. She was out in the wide open. My bow's been shooting fantastic, and I was comfortable taking that shot and made it count. So she went about 100 yards, double under, piled up right inside the wood line, so easy drag. And yeah, trophy doe down, meat for the freezer, plus build some confidence before head to Kansas. So stick with me, guys. It's gonna be a fun trip. Bowhunter Die.
Hey guys, it's Monday, November 8th. Doing an evening sit. I'm in Kansas. I sat this morning, didn't see anything. It's hot the last few days. It was 81 yesterday and 75 today. So I'm in my early season gear, even though it's the rut. So hoping to see something passing through. This is a funnel island last year. Got some pictures of some really big bucks, so hoping they're on their feet. They haven't been yet. Very little signs of any type of rut activity. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. Bow hunter die. Hey guys, so I made it to the tree. On the way in, I jumped. I'm pretty sure my target buck. Got pictures of him at this scrape last night. Good thing is the way I came in, I walked in, sort of looped around this bedding area. And I jumped him from the field. So he doesn't know that I'm in here. So, fingers crossed he comes back. Or his big brother. Or, heck, a smaller buck if it's good enough, and it gets me excited when it comes in. I didn't hear him crash. Or it might be a liver and maybe one lung arrow stuck in him. But I saw blood, and I snuck in here yesterday afternoon. We got a good one on camera here. I snuck in here yesterday afternoon and snuck around the backside, tried to not bump anything that could be in this brushy field. And ended up bumping a giant buck. Like 20 yards from here. I think this buck was trying to get back to his bed. It's, what time was it? Like 8:40 in the morning. It's been tough. Here we've been, my buddy and me have been hunting public land here in Kansas, and we've scouted so many places, put a bunch of cameras up, got a couple shooters on camera, but everywhere we go has had so much hunting pressure. But my buddy went to another spot and went up there. There were 3 tree stands there that weren't there the other day. But holy crap. God, I hope we find them. Stick with me, guys. Bow hunt or die. Here's first blood. Some decent blood and some hair. Got some blood up here. Oh, dude.
Alrighty, tracked this thing 200 yards. My buddy John just congratulated me. He's solid down here in the woods. Let's go get him.
don't know if this is the one we have on camera or not. It could be. What do you think, dude? Do you think it is?
No.
I think that one had spindlier antlers.
Yes, he did. That is not the same deer, Ryan.
Man, he was shredding. Look at that. Holy cow. Thank you, man.
That's Kansas right there, buddy.
Absolutely. Public land, Kansas.
Look at that exit right there, too. Look at that exit.
And looking at the, well, I'll be interested to see when we got them, but looking at the footage, I couldn't tell if anything poked out that side before. When we were following the blood, we didn't see any blood coming out that side, I don't think.
Not, it seemed one-sided, but towards the end, it kind of looked like it might have started bleeding on both sides.
I think we got lung and liver, but we'll get him out to the field and we'll take a better look. Alrighty, guys. Well, here he is, my 2021 public land Kansas 8-pointer. Great freaking deer, heavy bases. He's been shredding stuff this morning. Don't know if this is one we had on camera or not, but we ended up, my buddy John and me came down here, set a bunch of cameras up, tried to find some deer, got on some deer. It's been tough though. Other hunters, out-of-state hunters, are doing the same thing we're doing. They all want to get these nice big Kansas bucks, and hey, we got the job done, but now we need to get John one here. But he came in this morning, ended up catching my wind a little bit. I was in a Osage orange tree, and I was only like 8 feet up in my saddle, and ended up, he came through, he caught my wind a little bit, but he stopped, thought about it, and against his better judgment, kept coming, and wanted to get back to his bed. I jumped him yesterday out of his bed. Looks like he was trying to get back to that same one, so. But hey guys, I am freaking stoked. But now the work begins, so thank you for following along, and bow hunt or die.
Well, hey, congratulations to Ryan. Awesome buck, awesome hunt. That's kind of what I was hoping was going to happen to me when I went to Kansas a couple years ago. Unfortunately, I don't think I saw a single deer in the entire time I was there. I definitely saw more tree stands of other hunters than I saw deer, but congrats to Ryan and his buddy too for sticking it out. Couple of great bucks, made a really good shot. And that was just one of those shots where I'm sure you guys were watching it like, oh geez, you know, he hit him a little bit far back. But as you saw when he recovered that animal, the exit was right behind the front shoulder. Deer bled all over the place and died relatively quickly. So congrats again to Ryan. Glad to have you on the team. Looking forward to some more exciting adventures to come. Now guys, next up, I'm going to jump into an Ask the Experts section, which is really just turned into Ask PJ Riley more than anything. So we're going to ask PJ Riley. This one comes from Joe Montanino. I believe I said that right. He says, my draw length is 28 inches. What should the length of my arrows be with broadheads? Let's see what PJ's got to say.
All right, guys, good question today. We have a bow hunter whose draw length is 28 inches, and he wants to know how long that means his arrows should be with broadheads. So there is no one standard answer for that. There are a lot of things to consider. With a 28-inch draw length, I can tell you your arrow will be about 28 inches long. However, a couple variables here. You can have your arrow, as long as the arrow ends in front of your arrow rest, it can be any length longer than that. So you can have an arrow that ends right here in the middle of the riser, or what I know a lot of folks like to do with fixed broadheads, they like to cut their arrow flush with the end of the riser at full draw so that the broadhead then sticks out in front. That way you don't have any potential for contact drawing the broadhead back in there. So obviously if you have mechanicals, expandable broadheads, that's not an issue, so you can come back inside the riser. So to get the correct answer, how long should your arrows be, is, you know, go to full draw, have somebody mark your arrow where you want. You know, if you want those fixed blade broadheads, if you want them sticking out in front, cut it flush with the riser. If you want to get, reduce your arrow weight just a little bit, you can come back if you prefer a shorter arrow, or you can have it stick out an inch or two. There is no one right answer for how long your arrow should be.
All right, thank you to Joe for the question, and thank you to PJ for the answer. Interestingly enough, this topic just came out when we were out here on our range at lunchtime shooting, and I was talking with a coworker, we were talking about that, and I pretty much said the same thing PJ did, and I had never watched his video before. As long as they're in front of the rest, you're good. Keep them in front of the riser if you're shooting fixed blade so you don't run into clearance issues. Other than that, do whatever you want pretty much. So guys, remember, it's hunting season. If you need anything, LancasterArchery.com has got it for you. They've got the widest selection of archery products probably in the world. Super fast shipping. I just ordered some stuff from them a couple days ago. Got my shipping confirmation. It's on the way to Illinois from Pennsylvania. It'll be here before you know it. So make sure you visit their website if you guys need anything archery or bow hunting related this fall. And that's all I've got. As a reminder, episode 500 is next week. We are old balls, and Todd and I will be here to give away something fun. We haven't decided what. I have an idea in my little pea brain of what exactly I want to give away. Gotta fly it by Todd first. He probably won't care because it's actually mine, so he'll probably be like, yeah, you give away whatever you want as long as it's not his. So that's it. We'll see you guys on the next episode of Bow Hunt or Die. Until then, shoot straight, stay safe. See you later.